Hey Aquarius, I am doing a reading for you for the new moon in Capricorn, right? So I was not getting too much for you other than Aquarius. I feel like at this time, Aquarius, I feel like you're being very matter of fact, very open about the things that you're wanting in your life, the things that you're wanting to do, the things that you're willing to participate in. I feel like you're getting like real strict, real stern, real yes, no. I feel like like you have no problem telling people like what it is you want, what it is you don't want, right? I feel like in the past, I feel like you could have just been going along with what other people were saying you should do with your life, what who you should talk to, what you should wear, anything like that. I feel like you've just been going along, and I feel like at this time you know what you want, and I don't feel like you're settling for anything less either, right? Yeah, I feel like you're, I feel like you're a lot more like explaining, right? A lot more explaining. I feel like you're a lot. I feel like you're willing to. Yeah, I don't feel like you're doing this in like a hurt, like hateful, mean way either. Yeah, I just want to wait. I don't think you're. I don't feel like you're doing this in a hurt, any mean, anything like that. I feel like it's, you just know what you want. You know who you are. You know what you want to do with your life, what you want to do with your time here, right? How you want to spend it, right? I feel like in the past you had just been going along with what people were saying, what people were wanting you to do, and I feel like that time is dead. Right now is the time for you. I feel like you have a bigger scope and a bigger vision as to how you're wanting the world to play out, how you're wanting your life to play out, right? And I feel like you're really co-creating with the universe at this time, right? The fact that you're able to actually step up and explain to people, I feel like it's almost like opening up. It's like planting seeds in their life, right? It's like opening up a door that they didn't even know was there, right? The second you start explaining your side of the story, how you're seeing the world, right? It almost encourages other people to like become leaders in their own life because Aquarius, you are the you are the leader. You are the leader. What you are saying kind of goes at this point in your life, you know who you are, you know what you're about, and you know what you're willing to participate in, right? And saying no should not be an issue to other people, right? And I don't feel I don't feel like it is. I don't feel like it is, right? Yeah, I feel like in the past you almost like were afraid to tell people no because you were afraid to like hurt people's feelings or anything like that. No, if it's something that it's not in your realm of thinking, in your realm of participation, it's you're just throwing it out the window here, right? You have Ace of Wands. Once again, I feel like you have a new vision, a new insight as to how you want to be, how it is you're wanting to move in the world, what it is you're wanting to participate in. It's like your vision has like gotten so much stronger, and you're like almost foreseeing like how these things will play out, right? And so it's like pushing you to be more strict with what you will allow and what you won't, right? Because you've already foreseen how it will end. You've already foreseen how it will end. So if it's something that you don't really want to go along with at this time any longer, you're cutting it off. You're letting it go. And you're doing it without, I feel like you're doing it with gentleness and ease. I don't feel like you're, shush. Shush. We have Knight of Cups, yeah. I feel like this could be involving romance here, especially with romance, right? Especially with romance here, right? But this Knight of Cups and this Ace of Wands, yeah. I feel like there's like I feel like you have like this list of like all the things that you're wanting in like a partner, in a love relationship, in a marriage here as well. Keep in mind this is a new moon in Capricorn. This is also Saturn, right? So this is an energy that you're going to be working so well in, right? This is your energy here, right? So it's almost giving you like the leeway to go ahead and set the tone of how things are going to play out, set the tone as to what the project will be here as well, right? So I feel like that's why you've gotten real strict about yourself about like a list. I feel like you have a list here, and I feel like you put, like everything on it, like how you want them to look, what kind, like what type of job they would have. I just saw 420. What type of job they want to have, what hobbies, they're in. I feel like you've gotten just real strict as to what it is, and if somebody isn't making the cut of this list here, right, I feel like next, right? So Aquarius, don't settle. Like you will have a person here that is exactly on the list. Like I feel like you're even going as deep as like the age, how they'll look here, right? And I feel like you're going by this list. You're manifesting this person into reality here, right? This is something that will come true. This is something that will come to pass. We have Hierophant here, and then we have Hierophant. This is the key to your future. That what you say will go. You know, like this is a promotion here for you. I feel like your manifestation powers have kicked up a notch, especially here with this Ace of Wands and this Hierophant, right? I feel like the only person that can really make a say so in your life is you, right? You have the key. You have the power. You have the knowledge. You're the one who's opening the door. Once again, that door keeps coming up. I feel like you're showing people doors that they didn't even realize were there, right? You're planting seeds. Just by how you're speaking, explaining yourself, explaining how you're seeing things here as well. Nothing can change these things or people but you, right? Nothing can change the circumstance or your life, what's going on but you, right? It's what you allow. It's what you will accept here as well. And yeah, once again, I feel like this has been a promotion. This has been a promotion, right? It's how you're using your words here as well. It's how you're using your using. It's how you're using your emotions. It's how you. I just saw 555. Yeah. Yep. And then we have 5 of Cups. And then we have 5 of Cups. I feel like this is coming in only after it could have been something like a heartbreak here for you, right? A situation that was very draining for you, a situation where you were putting a whole lot of energy in. I don't feel like the situation was coming back to you in the way that you were wanting, the way you were expecting here either. And I feel like that's where you became a lot more serious with yourself, a lot more serious, right? Yeah. 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 I don't think you allowed the situation to tear you down. If anything, it just inspired you to push yourself into the direction that you're wanting to go here, right? Yeah. I don't feel like you're like letting it like bring you down here, but I feel like there is like a glimmer of sadness here that you're working through. And it's just about finding the positives in the situation here as well, right? Just because the situation end doesn't mean that that's like the end all be all for you here as well, right? It's really just about you calling what it is you're wanting into your life, especially here with this Hierophant card. And then we have the Tower. Once again, I feel like there was a situation here that really could have broken your heart, hurt your feelings. Things really didn't pan out how you were expecting or wanting them to as well. And I feel like that's why you got serious with yourself. I feel like that's why you started making lists. Don't settle, Aquarius. Don't settle. I feel like the more you're settling, in an energy that you don't want. Like you've already seen red flags, you have a lot of like chaos fairies here. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. I said a chaos fairy and then one popped up. Yeah. You know that these are not, these are not energies and people that you want to be with. These are not things in situations that you want to participate in, right? And you know that by like the things that happen around it here as well. And the more you go into these energies that just are not for you, right? That just really are not for you. You're going to see, I feel like you're going to see how it's like shaping the world, how it's changing the world around you here as well. I just saw 811. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Conversate with yourself. Like what is it that you do want? Like, I forgot who that guy was. He's like a famous manifester. I don't know. I think he was on like the, what's The Secret? Bob Proctor, I think. Yeah, he was, I was listening to one of his things like a couple years ago, and he was talking about how, as he's like trying to figure things out in his life, he will like imagine himself like sitting across the table. And he'll, he'll go from, and I think he said he literally gets up and like will sit across the table from himself. He'll go back and forth, and he'll like conversate with himself here. And that really helps him figure things out, right? I feel like that's almost the energy that you're going into, right? Yeah. Be honest with yourself. Be open with yourself. Why would you need to lie to yourself? And I feel like once you realize that, it kind of like changes how you interact with other people as well, right? Don't accept just anything. Pay attention to the red flags. It will show you everything and anything that you're needing to see. And then we have King of Cups here. Could be a Scorpio, especially here with the Tower and the King of Cups. There could be an instance kind of crashing down on you, something that was a little unexpected, especially because I saw that 555 energy earlier. I feel like they could be causing a little bit of chaos here. Yeah, I feel like they could be causing a little bit of chaos for you. Right. I feel like there could be like an insecurity or a jealousy thing here where, because once again, I feel like you know what it is you want. I feel like you know what it is you're wanting here, and I feel like you're explaining that to these people, and I feel like there's a King of Cups here who isn't really liking what he's hearing, and I feel like it's like almost like causing a chaos. Like I feel like they're like kind of upset that it's like not them that you're wanting, right? And that's kind of a situation that you're having to deal with as you're going through this, because keep in mind you're having to turn people down in this stage. You're having to turn people down, right? And it will hurt people's feelings, right? It will. And how the masculine energy is sitting in the world right now, um they're in a lot more of their feminine energy. They're a lot more in their feminine nature here, right? As are, the feminine energy. They're a lot more in their masculine energy at this time as well. So you have to keep in mind, as you're kind of going through these situations, realizing that these men are almost like reacting as like a woman would. So I feel like there's a lot of insecurity, and not healthy women either. Like I feel like it's like the toxicity of like the feminine energy here, right? Like a lot of jealousy, a lot of insecurity, getting in their feelings and emotions here, right? And they could try to like lash out at you almost. Don't let that get you down here, right? And I don't feel like you are, because it's the 5 of Cups, right? Like it's a drain. It's a drain here. It's something that you don't need to deal with or worry about. But there is like a tinge bit of sadness. It's like, why are you even acting that way? And Aquarius, I don't think you're understanding why these people are acting this way. I don't think you're understanding that. Because once again, Aquarius, I feel like if this is a feminine energy, I feel like you're a lot more in your masculine energy at this time. So it's like you're not understanding it because that's not how you would react, right? That's not how you would react. Like I feel like if somebody like turned you down or anything like that, you're like, okay, on to the next. Like I feel like these people, I feel like this is something that they're actually like really, really wanting with you, but they didn't make the list. They didn't make the cut. And you're turning people down, and I feel like they're getting in their feelings and emotions about it. But Aquarius, I don't feel like you're allowing it to pull you down. I don't feel like you're allowing like it's almost like they're peer pressuring you to go along with that. I don't feel like you're even going along with the peer pressure here at this time, right? If your decisions are causing like up and chaos in other people's lives, that's not your fault, right? That's a personal problem within themselves here. So keep that in mind. Understand that you're not going to understand how people move all the time. People act crazy sometimes, but let them be what they are, where they're sitting here, right? Just know that you wouldn't really want a partner who acts that type of way anyways. So they really didn't make the cut. Like if I can turn you down and you react in a way that's like almost like childish or like, silly, toxic here a little bit, then you know that wasn't even your partner to begin with here, right? Right. What is this Ace of Wands? What is this Ace of Wands? 2 of Swords. Yeah. I feel like the new insight that you have going on for yourself, the new vision of how it is you're wanting to move, I don't think you're necessarily like showing it to the rest of the world. I feel like this is something that you're being very guided through, very, very guided. And I feel like you're trusting in this as well, right? I feel like there's a lot of faith that's been put into this. You know that where it is you're supposed to be going is exactly where you're supposed to be taken here, right? And then we have 8 of Swords. And then we have 8 of Swords. I feel like you're almost like seeing your way through out of like I feel like there's been like a trapped energy here for yourself. And I feel like you're almost like seeing the way how to like get out of this labyrinth here, right? And I feel like that's really helping you at this time, right? I feel like there's been a lot of like negative words, negative situations here that have kind of been like circulating around you at this time. And I'm seeing it almost kind of like a spiral here, like, but it's like spiraling down, right? Don't allow, and keep in mind, if you get pulled down into this negative situation, look where it is you land, right? Don't allow the spiral to come in and take you down with it, right? Don't allow the negativity to keep pulling you down to these situations here, right? Yeah. And I feel like that's all that these energies are trying to do. They're trying to like pull you down to where they are at, right? In these negative, toxic situations. I feel like you know that and you foresee that. And I feel like that's really why you're trusting within how you're viewing your life, how you're viewing yourself at this time. You're not really believing in what other people saying or doing, when it's not something that feels right within yourself here, right? You know that at this time you're in a point of transformation. You know that you're in a point of transformation. But I also feel like there's been like a get up and go that's being instilled in you at this time as well. Especially with this Page of Wands, with this Ace of Wands. Yeah, this is a whole new way of thinking, a way of moving, a way of being here for you, right? And I don't think that you're having to show this to other people as well. This is something that is being transformed within yourself at this time, right? When it comes time for you to move, you will know. Like you will feel this in your soul, and it's almost like a whole get up, a whole jump in, right? Yeah, Aquarius. Trust in where it is you're going, where it is that you believe that you're supposed to be as well. Because I feel like it's going to be coming into you a lot quicker than you ever could have imagined, especially with this Eight of Swords, with this butterfly down here and all of this energy that's circulating around here. This is a brand new beginning. This is inspiration. This is fulfillment here for you, right? What is this Knight of Cups? What is this Knight of Cups? Wheel of Fortune. Yes, I feel like you have a romance that's coming in for you at this time. Once again, I feel like this is something you manifested. Look at the dice. She has dice around her neck, right? I feel like this is something that was worth the risk. I feel like it could have felt like jumping into this would have been a risk here, right? I feel like previously in the past you had been dealing in relationships that kept you on the bottom of the Wheel of Fortune here, right? No, there is a person that you've been manifesting that you knew was going to come in for you here, right? I feel like they're going to be like everything you could have hoped and dreamed for here, right? Look at this Knight of Cups card. I mean, he has a stallion, right? He has a cool outfit on. He's handsome. He's got flowers. He has a handwritten letter. Like he has his emotions here for you as well, right? And I feel like he's suave. Like this is somebody that like you really imagined yourself being with, right? And yeah, I feel like they're coming in. I feel like they're coming in, especially with this Wheel of Fortune, right? This is a person that you've absolutely manifested. This is a person for you. I feel like there's going to be a space here where it's like, should I go? Should I jump in? You know, I feel like it's going to feel like a risk, but take the risk. Take the risk. I don't think it's going to lead you in a wrong way. But once again, pay attention to your body wisdom. Make sure how you're feeling around this person before you hang out with them, after you hang out with them here, right? But really kind of go within there, right? And then we have Eight of Pentacles. You could be meeting this person at work as well. Yeah, I feel like you could be meeting this person at work. I feel like this is a person who will absolutely make your finances grow, right? I feel like this is a person who it's going to be somebody worth investing in, right? And then we have King of Pentacles. And then we have King of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like this is an energy here that really helps your finances grow. That is helping you see what would be best for your business aspects here, right? It could be any earth sign masculine, that's Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. It doesn't have to necessarily be an earth sign though, right? Yeah. Whoever this person is, I feel like you're going to notice like an increase in your finances, an increase in your abundance, right? I feel like there's going to be a lot more people like pouring in like gifts for you here as well, especially with this Knight of Cups, right? I feel like where it's almost like feast or famine. I feel like in the past, like you had been going through a situation where a whole lot of things weren't coming in for you, right? That could be clients, that could be money, that could be, you know, just really anything, really like gifts of the universe, abundance, whatever. I feel like it kind of slowed up here for you, right? When this energy comes in for you, everything's going to start picking up. Everything's going to start picking up. I don't think you'll need for too much, right? I don't feel like you'll have a need for too much, right? What is this Hierophant card? It could be a Taurus here as well. We have 4 wands. It could be a Taurus. I feel like really, I feel like this is just the person that you're going to be making a commitment with, right? Especially with the Hierophant and the 4 wands. They could be asking you to move in with them here as well, right? Yeah. Once again, I feel like this is an energy that's very inspirational here. Yeah, they could be offering you a key to come and like to come and live with them here, right? And once you see this lightning bolt, I feel like it's happening out of nowhere here, right? Yeah. I feel like this is an energy that's going to move very quickly, right? Like when they come in, it's going to be like the angels are singing, everything makes sense. They're going to give you a key. They're going to ask you to move in. They're going to want all of these things with you. All of it, you know, they're going to want marriage here, especially with this Hierophant card as well. I feel like the things that they're speaking to you is going to be truth. We have Knight of Swords here, right? The things that they're offering for you, it's going to be true, right? It's going to be things that they can actually prove. It's going to be things that they're actually wanting here. I don't believe that this is an energy that's going to be playing games with you as well. Like I feel like how they're coming to you, the things that they're promising, the things that they're saying, it's actually going to be things that you can see that will happen here, right? I don't feel like it's going to be somebody just yanking your chain or trying to manipulate you here either, right? Yeah. And then we have Eight of Cups. Yes. And then we have Eight of Cups. Yeah, I feel like once this comes in, I feel like there's going to be a lot of things that you're having to walk away from. Right? I feel like there's going to be a lot of things you're having to walk away from here. And it's the Eight of Cups, right? I feel like I feel like in the single space that you've been in here as well, I feel like you've almost like accumulated emotions for like a lot of people here. It could be like crushes, anything like that, right? Just people you enjoy talking to, even people you enjoy like sharing a connection, emotion with here as well. When this connection comes in for you, there a lot of it's you're gonna have to walk away from here, right? Like in order to have this higher commitment, like this, like a marriage proposal, anything like that here, yeah, it's gonna force you to walk away from a lot of things. You're gonna have to give up a lot of things, almost like sacrifice the things that you're not really wanting for the things that you really are, right? What is this Five of Cups? Yeah. I feel like there's gonna be some sadness about that here, right? And we have Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. Once again, when this opportunity comes in, whoosh. Sorry. once this opportunity comes in for you, there's going to be some positive things to it and some sad things to it, right? Especially with this Five of Cups, there's going to be things that you're really enjoying, but then there's also going to be things that you're having to leave behind that's going to kind of, you know, hurt your feelings, break your heart a little bit. That's kind of a part of the game, right? Like, and then we have Lovers in the Hierophant here. In order to get this marriage, in order to get this partnership here, there's going to be things that you're having to leave behind, right? Yeah. And then we have Nine of Cups. And then we have Ace of Pentacles and Nine of Cups. But this is your wish fulfillment. This is your wish. This is something that you've been manifesting. This is something that you're wanting to come true. This is an opportunity that is golden for you here, right? I feel like you're going to have financial freedom here as well, right? And we have Six of Swords. Yeah. You could also be getting a new car here as well. Whatever it is, I feel like the endeavor that you're starting, it's going to be successful. It's going to be success. I feel like it's going to be good for you here. Once again, I feel like there's just some things here that are kind of making you sad about it. Things that you're going to have to leave behind, right? But I feel like it's for your best. And I feel like you also know that as well, right? What is this Tower card? Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. I feel like this single energy that you've been in, this is kind of my single card here, this Nine of Pentacles, right? I feel like this single energy that you've been in, I feel like that's coming crashing down here, right? I feel like there's been a lot of friendships you've had to like, not had to. I feel like there's been like a lot of friendships here that you've accumulated in this like single journey that you've been on here, right? Out of nowhere, when this commitment comes in for you, it's gonna change and shift everything that you've almost like built up for yourself as like a single person out here in the world. And it's happening out of nowhere. Like there's a lot of things that you can't take with you when it comes to this opportunity, right? Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of things. You know that. We have 10 of Wands. And then we have 10 of Wands. Yes. There's a lot of things that you've accumulated on this journey of just being single by yourself on your own here, right? And it's changing. It's absolutely changing for you. There's a lot of things you're having to leave behind here. The things you've been accumulating in this time period is not things that you can take with you any longer, right? You can't go into a marriage with a single person mindset, right? You can't, you know, like there's a lot of things in your life that you're going to have to start changing and shifting here, right? And I feel like you're knowing and seeing that. I feel like you're knowing and seeing that. It got really dark. And then we have the Emperor. Yeah, and then we have the Emperor here. Right? Yeah, it's almost like this Emperor, I feel like this Emperor kind of has like rules, stipulations here as to if you want to continue in this game, if, you know, and it's not necessarily a game. Like, I feel like if you want to continue in this opportunity here, there's going to be things that you're having to shift. There's going to be things that you're not going to be allowed to do any longer, right? And I feel like you're knowing and seeing and understanding that here, right? And I feel like that's why It's kind of easy to let all of this go, especially with this Ten of Wands here, right? Anything that you've accumulated on this journey, like you're letting it go, you're setting it down, right? So that you can get this opportunity, right? So you can have the things that you're really wanting for yourself here, right? I feel like in this like single space that you were in, it almost got like too heavy. Like you had too many people pulling at you. You had too many opportunities out here, right? And this person's wanting to really like come in and like shift things for you, change for it, like change your life here, right? Like offer you a new life, a new opportunity here, right? And it's up to you if you want to take it, right? But I feel like it's going to be something that you would want to do, something that you really would love to jump in here, right? And then we have this King of Cups. What is King of Cups? You have Knight of Wands. It could be a King of Cups that's coming in for you here, right? That could be Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, right? Yeah, I feel like they're very passionate about you. I just saw King of Wands. I feel like they're very passionate about you here, right? Yeah, I feel like, ooh, and then we have a Hierophant here. Yeah. And then we have a Hierophant. Yeah, Aquarius, I feel like you could have a King of Cups coming in for you. I feel like that could, once again, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio here, right? This is an opportunity that makes you feel alive, that makes you feel supported, that like there's going to be like stepping stones here, right? It's not like it is what it is, like no, like I feel like there's like growth stages, growth parts here, like things that are like worth like building up towards too, right? Like something you can really invest your time into here as well, right? Once again, this Hierophant card came out again. This Hierophant came out again. Yeah. Aquarius, I feel like I feel like you manifested like the perfect partner for you, and I feel like they're coming in. I feel like there's some things in your life you're having to leave behind, but I feel like it's worth it to you. I feel like it's worth it. I feel like this is a person that is very passionate. I feel like the chemistry between you two is like fire. Like I feel like there's a lot of chemistry, a lot of love, a lot of support here as well. And we have 3 cups. And then we have 3 cups. Yeah. Yep, this is a person that really makes you feel included, that really makes you feel safe, right? This could be a person that you've been with before here as well. Honestly, I feel like this is an opportunity to come back together, right? Yeah, somebody that you feel really loved, cared for, and supported with as well. I feel like they could have like a family here that is very open with you, like very loving and accepting here as well. And I feel like they're almost coming in and like helping you get to where it is that you're needing to go here, right? Okay, let's get one card out for how you can help heal this energy. And then we have 9 of Cups on the bottom. Once again, I feel like this is your wish fulfillment. I feel like this is something that you've set out and like, hey, this is what I want to do. This is who I want to be. These are the people I want to participate in here, right? This is something that you've been calling to yourself. This is something you've been calling to yourself. I feel like there's a lot of spiritual support here, especially with the 3 of Cups, right? Yeah. I feel like your families really love each other here as well. Like I feel like your families get along. I don't feel like there's going to be any like chaos, anything like that, right? I feel like there's going to be a lot of love, a lot of support here as well. I feel like you're going to have encouragement from like the people that you care about around you to like go towards this direction as well. I feel like that's going to be the difference. I feel like in the past you could have been around people who it wasn't like full support from like people that you like that mattered to you, right? And in this next situation, I feel like you're going to know who this partner is for you by how like your loved ones also react with them here, right? Like I feel like if your loved ones are loving on this person too, like oh, that sounded gross. If your loved ones are like in support of this relationship that the 2 of you have here, right? That's how you're going to know like that's kind of like the right partner for you at this time, right? Let's get one card out for how you can help heal this energy. Just one. Ground yourself. This is the Capricorn new moon, right? I feel like at this time you're planting yourself, you're rooting yourself in what it is you're foreseeing for yourself, what it is you're wanting to call into your life here, right? And then we have a rainbow on top of our head. I feel like there's a lot of heart work here as well. I feel like the things that you're calling into yourself are things that you're really feeling, things that you're really wanting to come to here, right? The more you're grounding yourself, the more you're rooting yourself in how you're foreseeing things to go, the more it's going to transpire, the more that it's going to come in for you here, right? I feel like you could be creating a new covenant here as well, right? And I feel like that's what's supporting you at this time, right? All right, guys, I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Make it a good one. I will see you next time. Thank you for liking and subscribing, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.